What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Mind Something. If you're new here, my name is Jake, and in today's video, Exbitron is giving back USDT to certain customers. Radiant can now mint NFTs. Also, Kaspa is holding a YouTube contest. And lastly, the elite are scared and attacking Bitcoin harder than ever. So, you know the drill. Before we get into it, do me a favor, hit that like and hit the subscribe. And without further ado, let's take a look at the market. So time of recording right now is 9:25 p.m. on February 2nd, 2023. Bitcoin is coming in at 23,504, Ethereum at 1,638, XRP at 40 cents, Cardano at 39 cents, Dogecoin at 9 cents, Polygon at $1.18, Solana at $24.20, Polkadot at $6.55, Litecoin at $98.66. And then we've got Monero at $173, Ethereum Classic at $23, and Toncoin at $2.37. Let's go ahead and take a look at Kaspa. So Kaspa is down about 1%, sitting at 0.005727. Then we've got Ergo coming in down 4.24% at $1.72. Then we've got Radiant is up about 3 cents. Radiant sure seems to do the opposite of all of the other GPU mineable coins. And it's currently sitting at 0.006937. And let's take a look at Ravencoin. So Ravencoin is coming in almost 3% down for the 24-hour chart. And it is sitting at 0.029. And then let's take a look at Neoxa. Neoxa is down about 3.5% also, sitting at 0.00009994. Let's take a look at Nexa. So Nexa, I'm going to refresh this page, is up less than 1% at 0.00001. And let's take a look at Dynex. Oh, you know what? By the way, I think Dynex and Nexa are both on CoinMarketCap now. Anyways, Dynex is up 1.6% on the 24-hour chart. It's actually pulled back quite a bit. We got all the way up to, according to CoinGecko, just over 15 cents, but on CoinMarketCap, I think it was showing 16 cents. Anyways, moving on, let's take a look at emissions. So Kaspa, just slightly under what it was yesterday, sitting at 138,000 in emissions per 24 hours. Then we've got Flux at 81,000, Monero at 76,000, Ergo at 65,000, and looks like Dynex has fallen. Oh, there it is, up to 31,000. I think it was 28,000 yesterday. And as far as difficulty change, Bitcoin still up 4.5%, Dogecoin down about 4%, Chia is up about 3%, Zcash is down 15%, Kaspa is up 3%, and Flux is up about 3.35%, Monero up 2%, Ergo down almost 9%, and Dynex is up 66%. Wow. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about profitability on a 3070 at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. Dynex on top, currently at 23 cents, and over the last 24 hours averaging 29 cents. Nexa coming in second at 8 cents. Conflux at 3 cents. ETH POW and Alephium at 3 cents. By the way, ETH POW had a pump. Let's go take a look at that real quick. So yeah, wow, up 18%. I did do a little research to figure out if there's some news that's causing this pump, but I can't find anything. If you guys are aware of what's causing ETHW to pump, please leave a comment down below. But yeah, it got all the way up to $5.26 before pulling back a little bit. Anyways, back to profitability. Lithium at 1 cent profit, Cortex at 1 cent profit, and Nice Hash Octopus at break even, Ergo at break even, Radiant at break even, Ethereum Classic and Alephium -1 cent, Flux at -2 cents, Kaspa -4 cents, Beam at -4 cents, ETH POW -5 cents, Ravencoin -6 cents, Neoxa also -6 cents. Let's go ahead and jump into CPU mining profitability. Let's go ahead and refresh this page. Bear with me here just a second. Looks like this web page is struggling just a little bit. Okay, so Yada Coin still coming in at $2 profit, Pulsar at 21 cents, Pandanite at 9 cents, Bitorium at 9 cents, Raptorium at 8 cents, Monero at 5 cents, Avian -3 cents, and Darrow -5 cents. Everything else is going to be negative. Let's take a look at ASIC miner profitability. So KA3 still on top, but it's down quite a bit actually. I guess Kadena pulled back. Currently sitting at $46.04 a day in profit. The K7 at $31.41. The L7 at $17.53. The Jazzminer X4 at $5.11. KD Max coming in at $3.70. Gold Shell K6 coming in at $2.74. KD6 at $2.32. Jazzminer X4Q coming in at $2.18. And I'll scroll down just a little ways. And a couple of announcements that I noticed in Discord for Radiant, Kaspa, and Exbitron. So let's get into that. So first, in Nexus Discord, they have an announcement in regards to Exbitron. So this is kind of a long read, but just bear with me. If you caught the video from Chump Change XD, I think he covered this also, but just in case you haven't, it says, "Good evening, dear traders. I'm really sorry that you are now confused about the voting, if it happens or not. We had options prepared and we wanted everyone who can to join the voting. Then we were thinking how to choose the right path. There is no right path in this scenario. We don't have missing funds. There is no progress with MEXC. We had a lot of conversations with a variety of people. It is true that due to legislation, rules, country bans, and others, we cannot take more risks. We could end up seized at all with all remaining funds locked to hope for some thousands, maybe less, maybe more, that we could get after months of trying. We don't have the USDT stolen by the exploiter. We do have USDT on cold wallet, and we have one option that will fit one group and will not fit another group. I repeat myself, but there is no best option to fit everyone. We are not leaving, we are not exiting, and we are not closing the exchange. I'm receiving lots of messages from the community wishing us all luck to get back to trading. Some of new projects keep asking when new listings request open. We do want to continue Exbitron. As a team of 3, we kept always saving in cold storages. When we ran Mining Pool project, we were saving funds to be able to start this exchange. We always think about future trading of our services, servers, and in this case, software. Yes, we were not aware that someone can exploit us this hard. The person done it in a few minutes and left our 2-year work broken. We are not leaving any of our dear traders behind. We decided to refund 100% of USDT on accounts with 2,000 or more USDT on total balance. Remaining users with less than 2,000 USDT will get their USDT converted to 1-to-1 USDT debt token that will be bought back by our team from trading fees and exchange fees. Once new platform is set up and running, Plus will get USDT balance converted to EXTO token at a price of 0.025 that can be withdrawn to. We know that there will be hate and frustration no matter what we choose. We cannot refund all right now, but we will work hard to refund all one day. Take this as an opportunity to witness new revival of Exbitron and to see that it is no scam, no exit, no inside job. We saw what we become from tiny project. We jumped on rankings. We offer traded older exchanges. We have things nearly prepared, and it is in our best interest to start the secured, stable, working exchange as soon as possible. I'm prepared for the frustration and FUD. We made mistake and we are going to pay for it. I promise you that we will do our best to refund it as soon as we are able to. We were never buying holidays or sports cars or else. We are regular guys with families spending hours on regular jobs, serving our bosses, and spending nearly all free time on this amazing project. We thank you all for your support, and we are begging you to forgive us one day. We will open USDT withdrawals on this Saturday, 4th of February in the morning. Thank you for your support, and we hope that most of you will understand this. So, yeah, that's great news in my opinion. I hope that you guys didn't lose any USDT on the exchange, but it looks like they're going to pay you back, and especially for those of you who had more than 2,000. It sounds like those of us, which I actually fall into this category, that had less. I did actually sell some of my Nexa whenever it pumped, and I had about $70 on there in USDT, so unfortunately I'm going to have to wait for that, but nice to hear that they're working on getting it back. Anyways, moving on, another announcement that I saw from Radiant in their Discord is introduce a simple and powerful contract template that allows the minting of a non-fungible token that is backed by an arbitrary amount of Radiant photons. Scalable, peer-to-peer, non-fungible token gives rise to all kinds of use cases such as social media, digital identity, events, tickets, coupons, and digital collectibles. So that's cool. Nice to see something being done on Radiant. You know, they keep reiterating, guys, that this is, you know, it's not for speculation purposes. This is specifically for the community to build whatever they want to with it, and it's awesome to see people actually doing something with it. And then the next one comes from Kaspa. Let me see if I can find the one I was looking for. A YouTube contest proposed by Bubblegum Lightning. So let's take a look at this. Picture this. I'm sitting across from you at a fluorescent lit dinner booth at Burger King. A nugget raging customer echoes throughout the grungy fast food shack. It's 11 p.m. and I just finished my 4th Whopper Jr. with extra pickles. I shift my burger wrappers to one side of the manufactured wood table and drop to a knee. I gaze into your eyes and say, "Want to do a YouTube contest?" Wow, that really paints a picture. Proposal: I want to host a YouTube video contest with a 20,000 Kaspa prize, 10K of my own Kaspa, and matching 10K from the amazing Tim. I will send my Kaz to Tim right after this proposal for safekeeping and distribution and to display my commitment. I'm looking for some or all of the following parameters: an information video about Kaspa. What is it and why it's different? Upcoming Rust rewrite, mining nodes, and roadmap. Video must be over 3 minutes long. So, yeah, if you want more information on this and where to submit it, if you guys are planning on making a video for the contest, 20,000 Kaspa is nothing to shake a stick at. So, I don't know. I don't think that I personally could do it justice. I'm just a dummy with a YouTube channel that, you know, I try to do deep dives, but as far as professionally edited content, let's face it, I am definitely not the best for that. But I don't know, maybe I'll consider it. Anyways, moving on, a couple other things I wanted to cover. We've got some mining news on Cointelegraph. So we've got crypto-friendly bank ends loans backed by crypto mining rigs. And rumor has it that Dogecoin could shift to proof of stake. What does that mean for miners? So here we go with this talk again. You know, just to speculate on this for a moment. Dogecoin is not going proof of stake. In order for something like that to pass voting, it would have to go through pool operators, node operators, and why would they eliminate their own paycheck? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, next we got Bitcoin miner Greenidge cuts NYDIG debt from 72 million to 17 million. That's pretty big. And then BlockFi gets court nod to sell crypto mining assets. And then a couple other things from Cointelegraph. Logan Paul and CryptoZoo sued in class action lawsuit. Then MicroStrategy says no plans to stop trading BTC as paper loss hits 1.3 billion. And then next, fiat is in jeopardy, but Bitcoin stablecoins aren't the answer either. Ray Dalio. Now we're going to get into this in depth here in just a moment. And then we've got, do Dogecoins and Shiba Inu's stalled rallies mean the meme coin trend is dead? And no, it does not mean the meme coin trend is dead. This is part of the typical cycle. What you're going to see is this is Bitcoin season. So Bitcoin's going to move, altcoins may move with it, but when BTC pulls back, altcoins pull back even harder. And that's going to continue for, I would guess, at least the next 3 to 6 months. So just be aware. And then Huawei's NFTs, Toyota's hackathon, North Korea versus blockchain, Asia Express. So let's go ahead and get into this. Jamie Dimon, Ray Dalio, and Berkshire Hathaway's Charlie Munger. So we basically got a bunch of old grumpy elites trashing BTC and cryptocurrency, and I want to play you a few clips from them and we'll discuss. So first we're going to get into Jamie Dimon and what he had to say on CNBC not that long ago. I think this was about a week ago.
You mentioned Bitcoin. You said you didn't know what we were talking about. We pretty much always have some crypto conversation with you. I'm just curious because I don't think we've talked to you since.
I think all that's been a waste of time, and why you guys waste any breath on it is totally beyond me.
Because you just think the whole thing just is
going to zero?
Going to zero and it's fake?
Bitcoin itself is a hyped up fraud. It's a pet rock.
You're back to that?
Yeah,
really?
Of course, yeah.
So what do you make then of BlackRock and other firms that are investing in infrastructure?
No, that's different. Blockchain is a technology ledger system that we use to move information. We've used it to do overnight repo, intraday repo. We've used it to move money.
Right.
So that is a ledger. That's a technology ledger type of thing that we think will be deployable. But remember, we've been talking about that for 12 years too, and very little's been done.
There's some tokens that I agree with you on, but Bitcoin's based on a distributed ledger. Yeah, but it has all the characteristics of a store of value. It's immutable. It's scarce.
Totally untrue. It's
21 million.
Well, yeah, really. How do you know it's going to stop at 21 million?
Because
I've mentioned this to people
Satoshi.
Too. Everyone says that. Well, maybe it's going to get to 21 million, and Satoshi's picture is going to come up and laugh at you all and say, no.
There isn't a picture.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. You know, he's trying to distract you. This is a tactic that's very well known, and you know, somebody like Jamie Dimon calling Bitcoin a Ponzi scheme, a pet rock, it's not a store of value. Satoshi's going to pop up out of nowhere and say, surprise, there's more Bitcoin in existence, is complete and utter bullshit. And he knows it. Don't let him fool you. He knows very well about Bitcoin and the potential to upset and disrupt the traditional financial system. And you're going to continue to see things like this as time goes on, but it's getting worse and worse. And now Ray Dalio, who was actually, I don't want to say bullish on Bitcoin, but he wasn't quite as hard as Jamie Dimon, is in the news now, and I'm just dumbfounded by the crap that comes out of his mouth. You have to hear this.
It's been, quite amazing that for 12 years it's accomplished this, but I think it has no relation to anything. Okay, in other words, it moves, it has no relation. It's a tiny thing that gets a disproportionate attention. You know, the value of Bitcoin is less than a third of the value of Microsoft stock. You could go into industries. Biotech and many other industries are more interesting than Bitcoin. It's not going to be an effective money. It's not an effective storeholder wealth. It's not an effective medium of exchange. But we are in a world in which money as we know it is in jeopardy, right? We are printing too much, and it's not just the United States, all the reserve currencies, what's going on in Euroland, what's going on in yen. And so in that world, the question is, what is money and how's that going to operate? I think the question over the next number of years is really, what is money, not just as a medium of exchange, but a storehold of wealth?
That sounds like a argument for Bitcoin of sorts.
Bitcoin, or for some digital
Bitcoin? No, I think if you want a digital currency, you have to deal something different. I don't think that the stable coins are good because then you're getting a fiat currency again. I think that what would be best is an inflation-linked coin.
Right.
In other words, something where basically you would say, okay, this is going to give me buying power, because every individual wants. What do they want? They want to secure their buying power. If you want to save. Now, if you put it in Bitcoin, it goes like this. Who knows what happens?
Right.
If you put it into something, the closest thing to that is an inflation index bond and so on. But if you created a coin that says, okay, this is buying power that I know I could save in and put my money in over a period of time, and then I can transact in anywhere, I think that would be a good coin. So I think you're going to see probably the development of coins that you haven't seen that probably will end up being attractive, viable coins. I don't think Bitcoin is it.
So I want to go back to the market.
So he doesn't think Bitcoin is it, but you know what? He sure does seem to think that the digital yuan is it. Now, this particular clip did not have what I was looking for. Let me actually show you where this douchebag is shilling you the digital yuan.
Curious, crypto curious.
It has no relation. It's a tiny thing that gets a disproportionate attention. You know, the value of Bitcoin is less than a third of the value of Microsoft stock. You could go into industries. Biotech and many other industries are more interesting than Bitcoin. It's not going to be an effective money. It's not an effective storeholder wealth. It's not an effective medium of exchange. But we are in a world in which money as we know it is in jeopardy, right? We are printing too much, and it's not just the United States, all the reserve currencies, what's going on in Euroland, what's going on in yen. And so in that world, the question is, what is money and how's that going to operate? So when we look at something like China's Renminbi, and then you take the digital Renminbi, I think you're going to see that become more and more a thing. So when things start to open up in an evolutionary way, people are going to start to say, where is my safe storeholder wealth? And as you have China denominate more of its trade in renminbi, then naturally those who are going to hold renminbi, if Saudi Arabia sells oil in renminbi and then buys things from China in renminbi, when they get it, they're going to hold more renminbi. It's going to be a higher percentage of their. And so I think the question over the next number of years is really, what is money, not just as a medium of exchange, but a storehold of wealth?
That sounds like.
And then
very interesting how this particular clip is different than the first one I showed you. I'm curious where that other clip came from. So they both have the CNBC logo, but obviously you see the difference between them. One, they left the part in there where he talks about what he refers to as the digital renminbi, which is the same thing as the digital yuan. It's the exact same thing. And just a little nuance between them. The renminbi is the people's money, and the digital yuan is the unit of account or the measure of the renminbi. Now, the fact that an American born, bred elite is trying to shill you the digital yuan is very, very scary. And in all honesty, I find it extremely disgusting that these are the type of people that are running our monetary system. And to top it off, let's talk about Charlie Munger for just a moment and what he had to say recently.
Surprisingly short, Munger describes cryptocurrencies as, quote, gambling contracts with a nearly 100% edge for the House, end quote. He then calls for a broad federal ban, saying in part, quote, the government of China banned cryptocurrencies because it widely concluded that they would provide more harm than benefit, end quote, before going on to cite a ban on the trading of new equities in 1700s England, which I found an interesting comparison. It's not a particularly nuanced article, and notably towards the end, it suggests that after instituting a federal ban, the U.S. should, quote, thank the Chinese communist leader for a splendid example of common sense, end quote. There's a decent...
And now we have Charlie Munger giving kudos to the heads of state of China. I mean, are you seeing a pattern here? I'm maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but I am surprised. I'm a bit shocked at how far they're taking it and the alliances that they seem to be making. It's very, very disturbing. And guys, we're in for a long fight, and I urge you to educate others about why Bitcoin and crypto is the answer in comparison to these centralized central bank digital currencies. This is the enemy, and we know who we're facing. It's time to fight back. I sure hope that this particular video doesn't upset the algorithm, but in order to make sure that other people hear this type of information, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to hit that like, I need you to hit the subscribe, and I need you to share this video with as many people as you possibly can and spread the word. This is what it's all about. This is for our kids' future. Anyways, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content, and I'll see you on the next one.